California, the Golden State, is the most populous state in America. It's home to a great diversity of people and geography, one of the world's largest economies, and one of the world's largest justice systems. At the heart of this justice system, ensuring that justice is served, is jury service.
Hello and welcome. I'm Patricia Guerrero, Chief Justice of California. Trial by jury is one of the fundamental ideals of our American justice system. It has existed since the founding of our country, and it's embodied in the Declaration of Independence and the constitutions of both California and the United States. Jury service is one of the most important ways we can directly participate in the decisions of our government. Your presence today is a reminder that these ideals exist only as long as individual citizens are willing to uphold them. As judges, we're obligated to make decisions according to the rule of law and not be swayed by outside factors or influences. The independence of the judiciary and our court system is crucial to meaningful access to justice and helps ensure everyone is treated equally under the law. You may wonder, what exactly is the rule of law? Simply stated, the rule of law is the concept that both the government and the people must follow the law. It ensures that everyone is subject to the same laws, including those people working in government, to provide stability, fairness, and equality for all. There are many examples throughout our country's history of how the rule of law functions. Probably the best example in recent history is the courageous, unanimous decision by the United States Supreme Court in 1954, Brown versus Board of Education. In Brown, the court found that racial segregation in public schools violated the 14th Amendment, which provides equal protection under the law to us all. Now, desegregated schools are accepted throughout this country. Like judges, jurors play a vital role in our justice system by ensuring that everyone can take advantage of the right to a jury of their peers. Millions of Californians are called each year to fulfill their civic duty by reporting for jury service and helping to deliver fair and equal access to justice for all Californians. During your service, you might make decisions that change the course of someone's life or the lives of those in your community. These decisions will not come without effort. But justice is a process that requires rigorous, considered deliberation. Only you and your fellow jurors can decide what the facts are under the law.
Welcome, and thank you for your attendance. I'm the jury clerk, and I'll be assisting you today. You are here because you received a jury summons in the mail. You received this summons because you met the eligibility requirements to serve on a jury. Under California's one day or one trial system, you will participate in jury service for only one day or for the duration of a trial. After that, you will not receive another summons for at least 12 months. I ask that you turn off all cell phones, tablets, laptops, or any other mobile device before entering the courtroom. The use of digital or wireless communication, including emails, text, phone calls, and/or social media, is strictly prohibited. And now, if you'll follow me, we're going to go down to the courtroom.
You'll need to be aware of several key areas found in every courtroom. Although courtrooms may be configured differently, this is what it will typically look like. The judge's bench, where the judge sits, is located in the center of the room. Near to the judge's bench is the witness stand, where individuals called as witnesses during the trial will testify. In front of the judge's bench will be two tables, one for the defense or respondent, and the other for the prosecution or plaintiff. Located near the judge's bench is the court clerk, court reporter, and court interpreter workstations, as well as the bailiff's post. The jury box is where you and your fellow jurors will be seated when you are in the courtroom. Remote proceedings have become essential to allowing for the public to have continued access to justice. This means you may occasionally notice that some participants join via remote video. which is intended to make access easier for participants who can't appear in person.
I always wanted to serve as a juror. I was waiting just for the opportunity. I loved the experience. It was so exciting that this time I was chosen to be one of them.
Once I got into the proceedings, I just found it really interesting. Didn't find myself wanting to come up with excuses to get out of it. I kind of wanted to see how it would unfold.
Serving on a jury is one of the most important things that a member of a community can do.
The right to a jury trial and the right to vote are at the cornerstone of our system of justice and our democracy.
Several types of court cases may require a jury, and they fall into two major categories. A criminal case is a trial in which the state has charged someone with a crime. A civil case is a lawsuit between two or more people, businesses, organizations, or government entities. In a trial, there are several key participants who you should be familiar with. The judge is the official with the authority and responsibility to preside over a court of law and to make legal rulings. A bailiff maintains order in the courtroom as well as jury custody and safety. The bailiff will be your liaison for any problems or questions that might come up. In a criminal case, a defendant is the person on trial, accused of a wrongful act. In a civil case, a defendant is the person, business, organization, or government entity being sued. A defense attorney represents the defendant in a lawsuit or criminal prosecution. The prosecutor is the attorney who represents the state and the people of California in a criminal case. A plaintiff in a civil case is the person or group of people initiating the case. A court reporter transcribes the proceedings in a case. A court interpreter provides language access services for participants who do not understand English.
Por favor, denos tu nombre y tu relación al defendiente.
A court clerk performs administrative duties.
We will now begin the voir dire process, which is a series of questions about your background, thoughts, experiences, or any other information. Voir dire is an old French phrase meaning to speak the truth. Attorneys from both sides and I will be asking you these questions. Now, this process will help determine if there are any prejudices or bias or anything that would prevent us from having an impartial jury.
Juror number 1, would you please state your profession?
I'm a 4th grade teacher.
I'm a property owner.
I'm an athlete and a sales rep.
I'm a psychotherapist in private practice.
And have you ever served on a jury before?
Yes, I served a juror about a year ago in a civil case.
They ask you many questions, your background, if you know anybody in the courtroom, if you could make a just decision.
Some of the questions I didn't quite understand why they were asking them. Later during the trial, it kind of clicked, oh, that's why they were asking that.
I also felt like I had a big obligation. Being one of those 12 jurors, you're going to decide the fate of the case.
They need you to come. If we don't have enough people to pick from, you don't have a jury of your peer.
At this time, both sides will be able to dismiss a certain number of jurors. If you were excused today for any reason, please know that you played a very important role in the jury selection process.
Any potential juror who has shown or shared any possible biases or prejudices or anything that might compromise their ability to serve will be excused. If you are selected as a juror, you will be required to take an oath.
Please raise your right hand for the oath. I state your name.
I, Kim Williams.
Swear that I will give careful attention to the proceedings.
Swear that I will give careful attention to the proceedings.
Abide
It's
by
important
the
to pay attention to everything that happens in the trial. Note-taking is allowed and encouraged, but notebooks must stay in the courthouse. Don't let your note-taking interfere with your ability to listen carefully to the proceedings. During the trial, you can't discuss the case with anyone except for your fellow jurors during deliberations. It's important to keep an open mind and not to make a decision until all the evidence has been presented. Your decisions must be based solely on the information you receive in the courtroom. Do not talk to anyone or let anyone talk to you about the case, including your family and friends. Do not send or accept electronic communications about the case during the trial. This includes texting, emailing, blogging, posting information on social media or websites, or using any other electronic communications to discuss or even mention this case. Lastly, don't seek information about any aspect of the case, including searching on the internet or other sources. You can't investigate or do your own research. Avoid newspapers, broadcast print or internet relating to this case or the issues in this case.
When the trial began, the clerk passed out notebooks and pens and explained to us that there would be times when there was highly technical evidence or just testimony, and we were allowed to take notes.
You definitely do not want to take your mind off of what's going on in front of you while you're taking notes. But you really need to be present. You really need to participate.
On the morning of January 19th, the defendant was driving down Main Street at 5 a.m. on his way to work.
Both sides will make opening statements, explaining what they seek to prove during the trial. Each statement is one side's theory of the case and may refer to evidence to be presented later and how that evidence connects to the laws in the case. Evidence is any type of proof that is legally presented during a trial. Evidence will be presented through witness testimony, records, objects, and/or exhibits.
Your Honor, the state would like to call its first witness.
A witness is someone who has knowledge related to the case. Typically, the witness will give a first-hand account or testimony of something seen, heard, or experienced.
I do. So when you were with the defendant that night, you'd say he had a violent demeanor.
Well,
Objection, Your Honor. Leading the witness.
Please approach the bench so that we can confer in private.
An attorney can protest the legal basis of potential evidence or a question that has been asked of a witness. The judge will either sustain the objection or not allow the testimony, question, or evidence to become part of the record, or overrule the objection and allow it. If the objection is sustained, the jurors must ignore the testimony, question, and/or evidence. The judge may also discuss the matter in private with the attorneys.
Accountability. Accountability for the actions that were taken that night.
Once all evidence is presented, each side will begin closing arguments. These statements typically summarize their position of what the evidence does or does not support.
There are some things in life that are just fact. You can't be in two places at once.
Both sides will attempt to convince the jury of the merits of their argument, but only you can decide by closely weighing the evidence.
Members of the jury, as you go into deliberation, it will be important that you consider all of the evidence presented.
The judge will instruct the jury on how to reach a decision based on the evidence and the degree of proof needed to make a decision. The jury will leave the courtroom to begin deliberations in private. At the beginning of the deliberations, the jury may vote to select one of its members to be the foreperson, also known as the presiding juror, whose responsibility it is to ensure that discussions are carried on openly and orderly, and that every juror has an opportunity to participate.
It's an orderly deliberation process. Everyone has a fair chance to be heard.
You have 12 people, 12 different personalities, a few different viewpoints. At that point, you don't really know. You don't really know what anyone else is thinking when you go back to deliberate.
I don't see how the guy could be in two places at once. That's for me.
That's a good point. Does anyone else have additional thoughts regarding that piece of evidence?
Well, I would. From the testimony and evidence, it appeared as though that wasn't the case.
Jurors will discuss the details of the case in order to reach a verdict. This process includes reviewing any evidence submitted to the court as exhibits or recordings of testimony and presenting any questions to the bailiff to pass to the judge. Jurors may also use their notebooks as a reference. It's important to listen to one another and respect everyone's perspective. As a juror, you are required to decide the case without letting bias or prejudice influence your decision. Keep in mind that, in addition to biases we are aware of, each of us also has biases we are unaware of, referred to as implicit biases or unconscious biases. When you deliberate, make sure that you decide the case based solely on the facts and evidence presented in the case. The jurors will take a vote, administered by the foreperson, to come to a final decision about the verdict in the case.
The court is back in session. Please be seated.
Thank you. Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we've reached a verdict.
The jury's verdict must be unanimous in a criminal trial. In a civil case, 3/4 of the jurors must agree. If the jury does not reach a verdict, the judge has the authority to send the jury back to deliberations to keep trying to reach a verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendant.
As a juror, I can honestly say that participating makes me feel as though I have done something for the county, the state, the country, because it is truly our rights to be part of a jury if we get chosen.
Everyone should do it, and more importantly, everyone should do it to the best of their ability. You know, whoever is in that courtroom, you owe it to them to give them the best and most fair verdict and best trial that you can, because if you're ever in one of those seats, you're going to want the same.
Before I discharge you, I want to personally thank you for your support and your participation in this trial. You know, it's because of your dedication and effort that the California justice system can render a fair and just outcome.
Jury service is a responsibility and a duty, but it's also a privilege and an opportunity for us to participate directly in our system of justice and contribute to our communities. Just as judges are obligated to make decisions according to the rule of law and not be affected by outside factors or influences, as jurors, you agree to weigh only the evidence presented to you when coming to your decisions. A fair, impartial, and independent court system is crucial to ensuring everyone is treated equally under the law. If you're selected to serve, I hope you find the experience interesting and rewarding as many jurors do. On behalf of the state of California and the judicial officers and staff serving in our third branch of government, I want to thank you for your dedication to upholding our democratic ideals. Because of your jury service, justice is served.